Hi guys. Well, I never find amazing deals like everybody else when you go shopping. I absolutely hate to shop, but you're not going to believe what I found at Lidl today. This is 1 pound of asparagus. 1 pound. Not going to guess how much it was. $1. $1. So you should check your local Lidl if you have one. I went ahead and bought 10 pounds of asparagus so that I can preserve it for later because we absolutely love it. So I'm going to do a few things with it. The first thing I'm going to do is blanch some of it and get it ready for the freezer. So check out how this works. I've got 5 pounds of asparagus here. Look at how beautiful it is. Can you see that? Perfect. I love it. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is snap off the ends because this asparagus is naturally going to break where the woody part is down here that we're going to put in the compost bin. And then the rest of this is good for us to go ahead and cook with. The next thing I'm going to do is cut the asparagus into 2-inch pieces. You can cut it into, however long you prefer, but I think that we go more for the 2-inch pieces, so that's what I'm going to head for. Now, what I do is try to line them up with the spears up because they're going to be different lengths, and then just even them out. And I'm going to keep that. We're not getting rid of it. It doesn't have to be pretty to be good. And then I'm just going to cut everything. So it doesn't take long, really, to do this. It's kind of a fast thing to do. Alright, so I'm going to blanch these for 3 minutes and then immediately put them in an ice bath to stop the cooking. This makes the asparagus bright green and perfect for the freezer. And you don't want to start the timer until it comes back up to a boil. And this water has 2 tablespoons of salt in it. And I put coarse sea salt, pink sea salt in it. And I actually added a little bit extra salt because we like extra salt. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but there are massive amounts of fireworks going off right now. I have no idea why we have so many fireworks. I feel like I've missed a holiday. All right, let's get the 3-minute timer going. All right, so it's been 3 minutes, and this is pink salt, so there's a little bit of pink foam on top. Not worried about that at all. That's gonna rinse off the minute we put it in the ice bath. So one thing about using a huge slotted spoon like this is I don't have to dump it and strain it. So to me that increases safety because I don't have to pick up a boiling pot of water. I'm just going to mix these around to make sure the cooking has stopped. And then I'm going to pour the rest of my asparagus in here. Try not to burn myself. Okay, so now we're going to wait for it to come back up to a boil and then leave it for 3 minutes. All right, second half is done. I've already taken most of this out. There's still a little bit left in there. You can see the salt all over my stove. Now, don't throw away this water because it's got a lot of the nutrition from the asparagus in it. So what I'm gonna do is let it, and it's got salt. So we can use it instead of chicken stock in something. You can't really water plants with it because we put salt in it. But if you didn't salt the water, then you could water your plants with it. So I'm just going to put it in the fridge and I'll use it sometime this week in place of chicken stock. Gotta get every last piece. I think that's it. It's still ice cold water. All right, so I'm going to take you over and show you what I do with it after it cools down. So I already have some of the asparagus that we put in the first batch out drying, and I'm going to go ahead and take the second batch out of the ice water and let it start drying too. Again, I love not having to put all of this into a strainer and get one more thing dirty. And it's so beautiful. I love the bright green color. by letting this dry before I put it in freezer bags. I'm going to use my food saver to put this in the freezer. Then I'm going to help prevent freezer burn and the asparagus sticking together, because who wants that? And really, the food saver kind of does that on its own. This is just one extra step. I think really a note to myself the next time I do this, because I've never blanched it cut up before, I think I would only cook it for 2 minutes. It's delicious, don't get me wrong. It's just a little bit softer than I would like, considering the fact that it's going to get reheated again. Alright, so now I'm just going to spread it out on the paper towel. So I got about 2 quarts of asparagus stock from making this. And I've made 3 food saver bags. So I've got 5 pounds of asparagus here. I'm just going to divide it up between 3 bags. Put a little in the bag to weight it down and help it stand up, and then you should be able to just lift up a section and dump it in. One of my favorite things when I was a kid was eating summer squash that my stepmother had frozen over the summer, because you got that taste of summer so good in wintertime. So I'm just going to spread these out by hand because I want them to lay flat in the freezer. I have an old-fashioned food saver. It doesn't matter what kind of food saver you have, just follow the directions. Now you can do this in a regular plastic bag, a freezer bag, like a Ziploc freezer bag, and you just want to get as much air out of it as you possibly can. Alright guys, well I ended up with 3 side servings for my family out of the 5 pounds of asparagus. And I'm really excited to get these in the freezer. So for $5, I got 3 of these. And now I've got, and I know they're fresh, I know the only thing on them is salt. This is going to be fantastic. Thanks for joining me. You guys have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.